gonna find you the perfect match. We're gonna go on a manhunt.
All right, I
How's
like
that?
it. Sounds good.
Oh!
Easy. Easy.
Guess what, guys?
What?
Nancy got a prom date.
What? Who is it?
Do we know him?
Leave that up to me and Junior. We'll find out.
It's time for a second breakfast, I think. It's like so early.
I hired a private investigator to find my father because it's been 16 years since I last saw him. And he told me that my father has been living like up in Sacramento. He told me that I also have a brother. So I decided to get up on a plane and go see him.
Oh, here, we have some obstacles.
Clear of the doors. The doors are closing.
Come on in. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. We got everyone in here.
The best thing about being tall is, I'd have to say, I can see pretty much like above everybody's heads. Like, there's never a time when I can't see what's going on, right?
Welcome to Terminal B. Please proceed to the ground floor.
So crap. Wrong side.
One time I tried to be short and I tried to walk around on my like knees or whatever and squat and like try to walk around and be normal. And I was like claustrophobic because like all you can see is like shoulders and heads and like that's all you can see. Being 6'9", the airplane is very frustrating for me. I know that everybody on that plane is like, I hope I don't have to sit next to her, because typically I'm the tallest, biggest person on the airplane, right? I get crammed on a plane, and like, even if I'm in an aisle seat, my knees are like up to my chest. Like, it's really ridiculous.
These things never work.
Flying is a nightmare. It's just this awkward experience.
Today, I'm taking my parents to meet a wedding planner to help with this whole process. My dad has objections to Brian and I getting married this summer because he thinks I'm getting married too young, and he also doesn't like the fact that it's happening so soon.
Thanks, Daddy.
He wants to keep me, his little girl, for a little while longer.
Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, you guys are so tall.
But I'm a young woman now, and a young woman who wants to get married. I'm really hoping that the wedding planner will help my dad be more on board and for him to be excited about Brian and I getting married.
Nice to meet you. You guys are quite a group.
Wow.
Tall group. I love it.
Really made you guys.
When I first met Haley and her parents, I was taken back. Let's go this way and get started. Whoa. Haley is definitely the tallest bride I have ever worked with. And it's definitely gonna be different. We hope there's enough room for everyone to be comfortable.
It's great, thank you.
And I can put mine like this and just walk on out the door and leave. Have a nice day.
No, Dad, come back.
Yeah, I know.
Don't leave.
You can see how well wedding planning's going.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we're used to parents being a little apprehensive.
With this, quick marriage, because I don't like it at all. I never have liked it. I've been very vocal about that. The condition with Brian was that you pick the day and I get to pick the year. I got blown out of the water real fast. And all of a sudden, it's boom like that. We want to do it this year. I felt betrayed at that time. I did. This should have been 2 years down the road, or at best a year away. And that was also told me, oh, no problem. We're doing this down the road.
So let's talk about this wedding. Do you have an idea of the date that you're looking at?
This June.
Wow, 2 months. Expedited events, expedited weddings are going to cost that much more. So, Mom and Dad, I just want you to know this going in, that we're definitely going to be looking at, some larger costs involved.
They don't have a substantial enough income today to support a marriage. Absolutely do not. They don't understand it yet. I know what it takes to feed a family. I know what it costs to pay the bills. I know how hard I have to work to do this stuff. So when you tell me you got it, I don't believe you in a heartbeat because I don't think you know what you're getting into. Bottom line is, her age, being 22, it's young. That's what I'm worried about.
So have you found a dress yet?
I have not found a dress yet. It's
Okay.
been on my to-do list, but we wanted to get this done first before we really started looking for a dress.
I would definitely suggest getting on that quickly, though, because, again, another cost.
Another expense, yeah.
But more importantly, your height. And I am concerned about you finding something that you're happy with it also.
And then alterations, too, could be a problem. That's more of an expense.
Most brides come in and it's pretty simple because everything is standard. But obviously, Haley being 6'7" is not a standard size. My next question should be, will you be wearing heels?
Yeah.
It is negative because he's 5'8".
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have stools you can bring along, little milk stools?
I can rent him a stool.
We could like build him a little mound, like a little hole.
Oh, we could dig him a hole,
Yeah, dig a
too.
hole.
Dig me a hole and then like him a little mound.
You are not.
We're here to make this not so intense.
And as comfortable and stress-free as possible, so don't
Not
worry.
a possibility with me. Absolutely none.
We'll try, though. We'll try.
All right. It's going to be a busy time, so let's get going. Let us get started planning, and we'll get on it.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I was a little frustrated, and I was hoping my dad would warm up a little bit more. I do want him involved, and I want him excited, and I want him to see how much I love Brian.
Thank you.
I really hope that it's something that can kind of work itself out, but right now I don't know what's going to happen.
Everything will be beautiful and perfect. We'll make it special.
Cool.
We will.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Safe travels home, and we will speak to you
Have a
very
safe
soon.
drive. It was really nice to meet you guys.
So I want to know more about your online dating.
You know I've used many, and you know, I just don't want to give up quite yet.
I think that Coco would benefit from a matchmaking service.
Hey, I just want everyone to stop real quick. Nancy Bell Moki. Oh my God. Would you love to go to prom with me?
It's definitely not what you're used to.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say that offensively, but it's okay for you to be a big girl now. We'll show you how to do that.
I just moved back into San Diego because I was in New Mexico for a little over a year, and now that I'm back, I'm really ready to start with a clean slate. Wow.
This is not your normal, everyday, like off-the-rack furniture store.
Chris and Michael are my two designer friends, and they have offered their assistance to help me find furniture for my new apartment.
You always have to start off with a glass of
Well,
wine.
heck, I want to do the shopping more often.
Everything that goes into her space is going to have to be multifunctional because it's a smaller space. In her case, she's one of the few people that you can truly utilize the highest of the vertical space, so the square footage of the floor space becomes less important.
It seems larger.
Yeah.
Let's go look around here and have you test drive some
All
of
right.
these things.
I think you need one of these. All of us can fit on here if you want to have a party. And
I love it.
Just climb on.
This would be really awesome and really cool.
Okay.
But
It's actually
what the hell?
fairly almost comfortable, although my feet hang off the end. Do you have to burrow in these like
Yep.
my dogs do?
A little bit.
Okay, a little bit of burrowing.
All right,
Oh.
so now what would happen if you're dating more than one guy at one time?
Oh, I can
so you still
entertain
have
them
enough
on both
room.
sides.
Right,
I like
exactly.
it. The hardest piece of furniture to find is probably going to be either the bed or the couch.
Okay, so this is one option.
Yes, I like.
See?
If only you two weren't gay, I'd be good to go.
If only.
If only.
But
Couches tend to be fairly small. I really need a seat that it has a deep frame because my legs are as long as they are.
what else are you drawn to?
Let's see. I really like the fuzzy chairs.
You know,
Drawn
the
to
thing
them.
about these is they're really funky.
Yeah.
They're young. They're
As I
super
am.
cool.
And I would be petting them all the time.
If you're sitting in a pair of shorts, it's gonna look like you really need a Brazilian. How is it when you go to sit down in those? I mean, is it like, do you hit a point I mean,
Oh,
no offense,
where-
I always wonder this, but now
This is
because we're
true.
furniture shopping, I see you hit a point like where I feel like, do you feel like you're falling
just
before
fall?
you hit?
This
Is
does
that what you
happen.
do?
When I'm sitting in chairs, there's actually a certain trust factor because normal people just sit down in a chair. I have to bend and then just kind of fall.
That's unfortunate. You should be more bruised than you are.
But maybe we get something that's an ottoman that's a little bit higher.
This is good for your short friends, but
Yeah.
Well, yes.
you know, for you,
That's true. Once I sat on it, I did feel a bit
Yeah.
bigger than I realize I am sometimes.
being tall is expensive. If you want to be able to have the same fit in a chair or a sofa that the normal person can go and get, they have to do it custom. It is a challenge shopping.
It is.
I didn't realize
It
how
is.
much of a challenge it was going to be. They pay more for the same piece that you and I can go grab right off the rack. So I want to know more about your online dating.
You know I've used many, and you know, I just don't want to give up quite yet.
You know, for Coco, internet dating has had its challenges.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Have you thought about doing something like, I don't know, human intervention? Like matchmaker?
Right. I've been set up on dates. I have not yet considered the matchmaking, though.
I think that Coco would benefit from a matchmaking service. Somebody that took the time out to get to know the guy, got to know the girl, and put them together. Not a computer, not an algorithm, an actual human, because she's an actual human. It was just a passing thought as I was thinking about it. Curious.
No, that's a really good idea, though. I hadn't considered the matchmaker, and maybe that's something I should look into. Hopefully the matchmaker will be able to weed out all of the incompatible men, and we can have a little more success with my dating life. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
School, I do feel isolated because there's no one as tall as me.
That's not funny at all.
Being tall does affect your confidence, especially when you see your crush walking down the hallway and realize that he's shorter than you. That kind of stinks. I feel like guys feel intimidated to talk to me. Junior year, I would like to go to prom just because most of my friends are seniors, but for my school, a senior would have to ask me. But I don't think any guy would ask me to go to prom.
I've currently known Nancy for about 3 years. Since her freshman year, she came, and I mean, automatically you can tell she's 6'9", and you just like look at her and you're like, oh my gosh.
Again, make it school appropriate. You have 5 to 6 minutes to write.
Fingers crossed that I do get to go to prom. I'm thinking in the back of my head that the guy I like is watching me.
Make sure you date it.
I'm paranoid just because I don't want to embarrass myself or do anything wrong.
Remember, everything that we've gone over is on, hang on, please, please, please check the website. Tomorrow you are gonna have your test over Heart of Darkness. And if you have any questions, shoot them this way, all right? Y'all have a wonderful day.
Yee.
Hey, Toodles.
Adios.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Gage, keep walking.
What up, Shay?
That's good. Yeah, what's up? Hey, I just want everyone to stop real quick. I just got an important question. Nancy Bell Moki, would you love to go to prom with me?
Not how that bad. Oh my God. You guys are driver's license? Yes.
Pic, let's take a pic. Okay.
Not only do I get to go to prom, but I get to go to prom with the guy I like.
What are you gonna wear? I don't know.
He's one of the most popular boys in school, and out of all the girls, he asked me.
We clearly have a height difference. It's about 12 inches, 1 foot, however you want to think about it. I mean, I'm not worried about it. Other people are gonna be like, oh, look at them, like taking pictures and stuff. But I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I can't believe it. How long were you planning that for?
A little bit. I was telling Jordan about it earlier. He was like, bro, you have to say a middle name. I got you.
Your face turns adorable.
My
My face probably still red.
I got a prom date!
I don't know how it's gonna be to look my father in the eye again.
The online dating is not working for me. Maybe it's time to do what Chris and Michael suggest.
I'm gonna find you the perfect match. We're gonna go on a manhunt.
All right, I
How's
like
that?
it. Sounds good.